Hi y'all, welcome to my aquatic exercises video. Today we're going to be looking at the issue of rotator cuff, and we're going to be doing a couple aquatic exercises to go and help with that recovery and be able to strengthen, mobilize the shoulder joint, be able to open up that rotator cuff a little bit and get it moving a little bit. The purpose of being in the water is actually going to be able to help add a little bit of resistance in both directions. Be able to add more consistent resistance, as well as take a little bit of pressure off joints with the help of the water. All right, so first off though, we're going to start off with some warm-ups. A couple of these warm-ups we're going to do outside of the pool, just for a little bit of simplicity, make it a little bit easier. You can kind of do it anywhere before you actually have to get into the pool. All right, so the first one we're going to do, we're going to have our arms straight out to the side, and then we're going to make small circles. So all this is going to do is start to warm up the shoulders a little bit, get them moving a little bit. As you progress, you can make just a little bit bigger. But for now, we want to start off with just nice, simple right here. So we'll go for about 30 seconds going forward, one set, and then we'll go about 30 seconds, one set going backwards. And this will help warm up everything in the shoulder joint, get it moving. All right, and then after you're done with that, the next warm-up we're going to do, these are called burnouts. All we're going to do, we're going to take a nice light band. We don't want to go too heavy with it, just a nice easy warm-up. So what we're going to do, we're going to have our elbows at 90 degrees like this at our sides. We're going to place our palms up and the band across our hands like so. And all we're going to do is we're going to make small motions, keeping our elbows at our sides, only moving our arms. This is going to get some external rotation of the shoulders as we go. So we're going to go 30 seconds, nice and easy, just like this. Now you're going to start feeling a little bit of a burn on the outside right here. Just nice, easy warm up. We're going to do 2 sets of 30 seconds, doing that, not to cause any pain, and just something. And again, keeping this band nice and light. And even if it is too hard to do it with the band, just go ahead and do right here. Nice and easy out of the water so that we don't have any resistance if needed. All right, y'all, now that we're gonna be in the pool, last little thing for a warm-up that you can do, we can just do some basic walking, just get a little bit more blood flow, heck, even get your body a little more used to the water temperature. And then what you can do is you can just kind of do some swimmer's arms, moving those arms nice and easy forward and back for a little bit. You can do about 1 to 2 sets, about 30 seconds a piece for these arm swings. Just an extra little warm up exercise once we're done with our warm up. So what we're going to be doing, so we want to get to about chest deep in the water. So we can either go to the deeper part of the pool, or we can do right here where we just kind of get down a little bit into the water. And so all we're going to be doing is, just like the warm-up, we're going to be doing some slow arm circles right here. But now we're going to be doing it in the water, give us a little bit more resistance. So when we get down here, keep our arms straight, do a little bit of circles. So for this one, we're going to do about 3 sets of 30 seconds. And then we'll go 3 sets, 30 seconds, going backwards. So what this is going to do is this is going to work a lot of those rotator cuff muscles. It's going to help strengthen us in a more compromised position where we're out, our shoulders are extended outward. So now how I was doing it was right here with my hands straight along with my arm. But if you want to add some resistance, you can also put palms facing out. What that's going to do is add a little bit more resistance going back and forward motions in both directions. Now, some common errors that can be made when doing this is especially when our arms start getting tired, what we'll start to do is we'll maybe start to just move our hands or our wrists, or we'll get our arms in a little bit. We want to keep those arms extended. If it is getting difficult, or you start feeling a ton of pain, or if you start getting not that much pain, but it is getting very tiring, just go ahead and slow down just a little bit with it. Now, if you do start getting excessive pain out here, go ahead and take a quick rest. Try it again. If the excessive pain continues, stop the exercise. There's some different things we can do. All right, so next exercise we're gonna be doing is a little bit of shoulder flexion. And so what we're gonna do, we're gonna have our arms straight, take our pool noodle, kind of grab it at about shoulder width here. So not too wide, not too close. Too wide would be, or we're out here like this. Wanna be arms right in front. And all we're gonna be doing is we're gonna have our arms straight down at our sides, and we're going to be pulling the noodle up and then pushing it back down to our sides, keeping our arms straight and our shoulders level with our arms, not ever bringing them too far out or pulling them back in as like this. Now, obviously, where I am right now, just to show you a little bit better, my shoulders are above the water. Now, what we want to do is have our shoulders just barely below the water. Now, we could go into chest deep water again, but all we're doing is we're pushing this up, pulling it back down, pushing it up, and pulling it back down. So, what this exercise is going to be doing is going to be working a lot of those shoulder cuff muscles. It's going to especially be working into our back a lot, especially on that down motion. That up motion is going to be working on that pull up. And it's going to help. It's going to help open up both the shoulder joint itself, as well as get that scapula to move up and down with our motion. Now, a common mistake that can be made with this, like I had said, we don't want our arms coming out too far or too far back. If our arms are too far back, then we have limited motion that we can do, and we're actually putting a lot of strain onto our shoulders, and it's especially going to be very painful holding that retracted position with our scapula. So keeping them here, but if we go out, now our shoulders are in a very compromised position. We want to keep it right here. We're going to do 3 sets of 10 reps, 1 rep being down and up. All right, so now that we're done with that one, we're going to come over to the wall of the pool. You can be in a little bit deeper water. For now, I'm going to be just above waist height. So what we're going to be doing is our push-offs. Now these could become very painful, especially if your shoulder is not ready for it. So I'm going to show you more of a starting out level, kind of more basic way to do it, and then I'll show you the more advanced way to do it once you are feeling better with your shoulder and your shoulder can handle it. So these are going to be called push-offs. We're going to call them, for this first one, we're going to call it basically water push-ups. So all we're going to be doing is we're going to come right here, and so we're going to lean in, not necessarily pulling in, but we want to just lean in nice and easy, keeping our entire body straight. We're going to lean in nice and easy, and we're going to push just back to that stable position of the shoulder, not extended too far. Again, not being too closed off, as now we are more working the back staying tight. So we'll keep our shoulders here, and as we lean in, we'll press off, and that's going to add some resistance with the water. What that's going to do is that's going to help open up the shoulder just a little more, especially as we get down to that position. And this is also going to work a little bit into the chest, especially back here. It's also going to help open up the scapula again. Now, so there's the regular one. Now, something that could be done wrong with this one is we could be, again, going too fast. So if I go too fast, I don't lean in slow. Now what I'm doing is, if I'm going fast, now I'm putting a lot of strain on the shoulders to catch everything. So we want this to be more of a quick exercise. So if I lean in nice and slow, and then I push off, my shoulders are now ready to catch me, and I'm not putting all the force on my shoulders. Now, the more advanced way to do this that we want to do is I'll lean just a little bit more into the wall. I will start right here, get into that nice position, and then I will push off. Now again, that's going to be a much more advanced version. I would recommend you start off with the more basic level where we're just in that more of a regular push-up instead of the full push-off until your body is ready for it. What that's going to do though with the push-off is it's going to be a lot more of a aggressive, fast twitch movement, and it's going to work those shoulders a lot more, get them ready for more advanced movements and heavier lifts. All right, so the next exercise we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing sort of like we did outside of the pool, where we're doing that external rotation, but now we're going to do it in the water, and that's going to add some resistance in both directions. That's going to help add some resistance, get us to really work that rotator cuff, that whole motion. The rotator cuff's going to be right here. We're going to be pulling it back in and then allowing it to open back up. That'll help get some more motion in there, relieve some tension, but also work those muscles so that the shoulder will be in a better protected spot during shoulder movements. So we're going to have, just like we did outside of the pool, elbows are going to be at our sides at 90 degrees. For this one, we're going to want our palms facing in instead of the facing up. And so what we're going to be doing, just to show you here, we're going to be out, not too far, about 45 degrees, or even if you can only go this far before your elbows fly out, then that's perfect. We want to keep our elbows at our side the whole time, going in and out. Now the palms facing in is going to add some water resistance. If this is too difficult, keep your palms up. It'll help it knife through the water just a little bit more. It will be less resistance though, so if it's too easy, go ahead and go the palms in. Now, we want to do this down in the water, again, about shoulder height. So this is going to help us get some more resistance from the water. Now, as we go, we don't want to just fly through it. Now, you can go fast, but if you go fast, go ahead and stop. We'll pause for a second, let our shoulder get controlled again, and then we'll come back in, right to neutral. So we'll go out, back in, out, back in. Nice and easy, but we want a fast motion. Again, if it's too hard, go a little bit slower. Now this is going to be 3 sets of about 10 reps. Again, with this one, out, and then back in is going to be 1 rep. Thank you so much for watching my aquatic therapy video. I hope this is helpful. For a nice cool down though, go ahead and just stay in the water. You can do some swims, do some walking. Make sure that with any of these exercises, if there is excessive pain, go ahead and stop. Or if you have a physical therapist that you go to, talk with them about it, and they can be able to give you some better ideas. We always want to try and make these exercises just a little bit harder. We want to try and make it to a point that it is hard enough that we're going to get that effort out of it. And I hope this is helpful. Thank you so much.